Okay, guys, we're back. God, it's getting to it. Finally, how did they get past security? We've been figuring out so many of the mysteries of how the culprit got in the first place, and deductions have been pretty spot on so far, and this is the one that I've been waiting for, because I kept thinking they haven't addressed it yet, and the more and more I think about it, the more I think it's got to be Chief Yako, because I don't know about the gas chamber, but I know about the electric one, and the only person they would have had to have known about Fubuki's ability to get through. So, and now that I think about it, there was that photo we found of that girl in the photo, and the Chief's face was blotted out with blood. I'm pretty sure it's Chief Yako's face, and, you know, I don't know about who stabbed him that much yet. I think maybe it might have been somebody else. He got stabbed in the back somehow, or he was passing on information and was giving his life to make it look, to take responsibility or something. I don't know about that, but I'm starting to think it really is Chief Yako, and the reason he did this was because that Dr. Wesker had killed some important person close to him.
The culprit rode on top of Amapal as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
Yep.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high-voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
They knew about Fubuki's forte.
Oh.
Or the gas! We still haven't talked about the gas!
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
God, I hope this is where we kill Yomi, but I must admit, it's good to see that the Peacekeeper Mystery Labyrinth leader, or the leader of the Peacekeepers, like, he's definitely had the feeling of like a final boss. Like, he's appeared so many times.
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth?
Who knows?
Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
Is your monologue done? Because I'm ready to kill you. I know what the mystery... I think I already know what the solution key is already going to be before we start. It's going to be Fubuki's forte. So bring it. Hopefully this will be it for the Yomi Phantom. Because beyond this point, I imagine from this point on we'll start getting the culprit, right? Alright, let's do it. Yeah, it's got to be Fubuki's forte.
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery!
Oh, God.
How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
Yes, that's fine.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
Yes.
That security system? No living human can breach it.
No, Fubuki can.
Let's through this mystery.
Have we finally got you? Yes! You're dead, Yomi! God, we finally got him. Jesus. So I wonder who's going to come after Yomi. Who's going to be left after Yomi? Will it be Makoto?
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high-voltage shocks kept destroying Amapal. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit a human was riding on top of Amapal.
They would have had to have known.
That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence.
It's not Vivia, surely.
But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
Yeah, I don't think it's Vivia because he showed up with Halara when we got into trouble.
what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Because he's trying to protect Yako. He doesn't want us to discover the truth, because if we discover the truth, he knows that it means Yako will die. And he doesn't want that.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Oh, is he going to turn into a mystery phantom? God. Yeah, this is not going to be a pleasant... Oh, nice. Yeah, it's not him.
Let me ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die.
Yeah.
You should already know this, right? The gas has a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for.
Okay, yeah, this is a tricky one because I still don't know the
Die
answer to
before
this.
reaching Weska. No one can get past the gas chamber.
Oh, wait, no, I know it now.
Right.
No. It's acting within 30 minutes. I forgot about that property of the gas. This is why Yako is slowly dying and why he got stabbed was to make it all appear as if he was dying from a stab wound, not from gas poisoning.
But
Culprit definitely made it through the toxic gas chamber. Yeah, it's the 30
Let me
minutes.
ask
That's why.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
Oh,
It's
duck
impossible
you.
to avoid the gas.
Yes, that's right. God, I forgot about
Surely
that.
die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Yes,
No ability can nullify its toxicity.
yes, that's right.
Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Weska.
No. It's 30 minutes. It's got to be Yako. And that's why he had the stab wound to throw us off the scent. The gas is actually in 30 minutes. God, I can't believe I forgot about that. Jesus. I think it even... Yeah, because I don't
if you
think...
pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have
30 minutes before it kills you. God, I just remembered that.
Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
It's Yako.
Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas. And no
No
fortes that can
fortes
nullify
it.
it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapal taking you to the next room.
And this is where Fubuki's forte comes in. Yeah.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
Yeah, God, I should have remembered that. That would have made sense then, because this proves that it's got to be Yako now. This, without a doubt, it's got to be him. And that's why he's got the stab, to make it seem as if he was killed by somebody else rather than the gas.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth,
Yeah.
Yuma. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
It's not Vivia.
Yomi's mystery phantom and Vivia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
But now you do.
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is?
Yeah. It's
Hitman,
Yako.
right?
No, it's not.
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanai-ward, Amaterasu! They both belong to me!
You just need to die, Yomi. Regardless of what the truth is, you are not good for this bloody city or the company. Jealous bum.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning.
No.
If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning.
Yeah, they hit it.
They planned to distort the facts of their
Death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
No, the hitman. Sorry. God damn it. God damn it. They misread it.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. I know what it is. I just
Your
wasn't.
deduction
My
is
brain
wrong.
just didn't catch up. Sorry. Yes, I used the
Don't
hitman.
disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating.
They were the ones
Is
that
this
had
the
the
best you
message.
can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
Yeah.
I'll expose the truth. The culprit misrepresented their death by using
The hitman.
the hitman.
Because the case This was different. They never ever sent a death threat before.
The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Used the hitman?
Yeah.
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor.
They were hired to.
They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
That's why we never saw the...
The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor?
Yeah, yeah.
But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
No, they just used it to make it look as if it had been.
All you would need is a similar knife.
Yeah.
The story of Fink the slaughter artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Yeah.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the slaughter artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
Yep.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Yeah.
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city!
The only thing I don't get is why is Yomi so hell-bent? Is it just more of this freaking peacekeeper crap that he's always been going on about? Or... yeah, like...
There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
say
The
it.
time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along.
The thing is, Yako's gonna die anyway because of the toxic gas. Like, there's nothing else. Like, even if we let him go, he's dead anyway. It's not like any of the others will know. We just have to go through with it.
If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth?
Yes,
Then
I have to.
Show me your conviction.
the clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know.
It's Yako.
I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth. Do it if you want to burn the world down.
But what is Yomi's stake in all of this? Does he know Yako? Defeat Yomi with a key. It's got to be the photo. Sent not only... What was the clue leading to the true culprit? It's got to be the photo.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case.
Oh god, this is so sad.
The blood obscured the person's face.
Yeah,
But I know who it is.
there's always Yako.
It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop!
Yeah, why is Yomi so hell-bent on preventing this? Is it just for his own greed, or has he got some stake in helping Yako?
Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but
But this really does show the fact that Shinigami hasn't figured it out at this point.
good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
Nah, it's the middle one. No. Yeah. See ya, Yomi.
Damn it!
God, what a battle to finally defeat the head of the Peacekeepers. Yep.
Chief. Yako.
Yeah. So it wasn't Yomi, so was he and Yomi united in this or something? Is that why it was like black and white? Oh boy. I really wish I'd been wrong about this.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Even the way he was acting when he got in there, he went on to be acting like really cool and collected and being like, let's do this.
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the Chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the Chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Yeah.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder?
Why not? I mean, God, he obviously had a good reason for it.
He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
Alright, battle with Vivia. Why did Yako send the death threat? To make it seem like the doctor was in danger. The anemic vampire is going to throw questions at you, back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults. Okay, so we've got to press the correct one when we think we've got it. Okay. But he's already dead at this point. He's not going to survive.
The Phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. While the Chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
Dr. Huesca must pay for his sins with his life. My blade shall be his atonement. Why would the Chief
send it? If he was the killer. Answer me, Yuma. That's not the reason.
Must be the first one?
Why would the Chief send it? If he was the killer. Answer me,
Or is it
Yuma.
the second one? No, sorry, that's wrong. God, I thought it said something else. It must be the first one then, right? Or was it the last one? God, it could be
Why
either.
would the chief send it
Okay, sorry.
if he was the killer? Answer me.
It must be the
Yuma.
third one. No. No, he didn't want someone to stop his crime. Sorry, I thought there was something else here. I thought it... Okay, so it is the last
not
one. It
the
is the
reason.
first one. Sorry. It is the first one. I thought if he wanted to scare them, to make it seem as he was in danger. Yeah, that makes sense.
Why would the chief send it if he was the killer?
Sorry, Vivia, you're harder than
Answer
Yomi
me.
was.
Yuma.
Alright, it's his first one.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in
Was in
danger,
danger.
which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place.
Because he wanted to get everyone there. That would be the reason he would have for going there in the first place. For bringing all the detectives there.
All the master detectives headed to the secret
Yeah.
lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Yeah, because he needed them to get in.
Their abilities?
Yeah, Tetsuhiko's disguise, Fubuki's ability to turn back time, those in particular were crucial for this.
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
To make it think it was somebody else. No, it was to make them think it was a hitman. No, sorry.
Thinking about that.
Must have been a third thing. Sorry, I went too early there.
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
But God, this is going to put all the detectives in such a bind now, because by doing this, we've basically all been incriminated in this guy's murder.
Chief,
Oh God!
thinking about that.
For God's sake! Hell. Stop replaying this goddamn scene.
The
Shut
death
up.
threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too.
Shut up.
What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Or is it to use the disguise ability? Is there a fourth option?
Chief,
Oh,
couldn't
okay,
have
so
been
it is a
thinking
disguise
about that.
ability. But I mean,
The death threat
that doesn't
wasn't
make
sent
sense
just to
anyway.
the
We were,
detectives.
even if they weren't on high
The
alert, we would have had
peacekeepers
to.
received it too. What was the point
Oh,
of that?
okay, no, I get it now.
Why
It
put
was
them on
because they
high
had to
alert?
disguise themselves as
What is the
peacekeepers.
truth behind it all?
There would be a lot of peacekeepers, so they could use the disguise ability to disguise themselves as peacekeepers. Okay, I get it. God.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene.
Right,
The
yeah.
master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility.
Must be one
They
more of
did it
these.
by disguising themselves
Those
as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received
See,
the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Yeah.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time.
Ah, right.
In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
No, that's not it!
God, I don't know. Oh, it was Fink the Slaughter Artist, sorry.
The chief said he'd buy us some time.
Yeah, Fink the Slaughter Artist was the
went
one.
and hid inside the airlock.
It had to have been Fink, yeah.
Was the blackout part of the plan?
God, this is so
So the one who
freaking-
caused it, was that also the chief?
Yes. No, it wasn't Dr. Wesker. It wasn't Chief Yarko. It was Fink. Yeah. That's it. God. What a pain having to watch that.
The
again.
chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout.
Blackout.
It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him.
Yeah.
We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start.
He must have been the one corresponding with this guy.
He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
And now the detectives are all accessories to his murder.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
It had to have been, yeah.
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us.
Yeah.
He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all.
Yeah, now we're screwed.
He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder!
But is it really that simple, or is there more to it that he doesn't know about? Is it because of Dr. Wesker's research? He would have been the one talking to
Out of
him.
all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it?
Yeah, I mean, he put them in this terrible predicament. Yeah. Just to get even
Is
for
this
someone.
about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me! Or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
He's dead, I think.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding, but that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Did he work for Amaterasu?
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die.
He's already going to die, though.
But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door. Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
I mean, he shouldn't have put them in
The
this
chief
position.
took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
It's going to end now, though.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see.
God, who would ever have thought that Vivia's involvement in the Mystery Labyrinth would have been the most emotionally in-depth one from somebody that's just seems so disinterested in everything? Like, far out, and he even stood against us as well.
I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone.
It'll only make it worse for them all now.
Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I don't think it's Yuma's fault. Like, you know, I mean, we can't know what Yako's motives were, but he put them all in this situation. And now, yeah, like, what are they supposed to do? I mean, I would think that he would want Yuma to find the truth and get them all out of there, to be honest. Like, I mean, that's just what I believe based on his character. Like, he must have known that what he was doing was going to cause all this trouble.
Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, You told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue.
What other choice does he have? If he doesn't, then everybody's screwed.
If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too.
Yeah, like, I see, because here's the thing, it's like, Yako must have known that it was going to come to this as well. I mean, he's a master detective, for crying out loud, and he must have known that he was going to be putting them in this situation. And I mean, as cruel as it is to do that, like, I would like to think that he would want Yuma to face the truth and save the other detectives. And I guess not blame himself for what's happened. I mean, this isn't Yuma's fault that this happened. I mean, even if he hadn't gone with Makoto, they all still would have ended up there eventually anyway.
In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Okay, good. They're on the same page. Because I thought Vivio was going to stand in front of him and be like, if you want to kill him, you'll have to kill me too. And I was going to be like, don't do that. There's no point in that.
And trust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God and your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high.
Yeah.
Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Yeah, we still have to do the final deduction. The denouement, sorry. Denouement. God, I'll never get that pronouncing that word right. Yeah, here we go. Alright, here we go. Deduction denouement. Alright. Where is the secret lab located? Their threat sensitive detective agency, and also what have we got so far? Where did the copper hide? How did the culprit get? It's got to be armor panel, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Where's this intercom one go? Where did the culprit hide? How was Dr. Wesker communicated with? Alright, there we go. Amaterasu Corporation, Peacekeepers. They also sent it to Peacekeepers. Good lab located. Amaterasu Corporation. Yeah. Yuki's power. That's it. Mystery unraveled. God. What a mystery. Far out. This sort of always feels like the second last one before the end of the game. Like, is this game only going to be 5 chapters, or is it still going to be 6 like a Danganronpa game?
Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives. 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters. Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
The victim in this case is one Dr. Wesker. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the Master Detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned.
God, the hitman looks like the nail man.
We
God.
arrived with Makoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
This whole the doctor's in danger spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master! What a dick!
Yeah.
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us.
Yeah, he was
even
planning
tried
to
to kill
escape.
you and the others with a trap. That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies. He really got you there, Master.
But it was different.
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express. First stop, a shower of toxic gas.
God, I can't believe I forgot about the 30-minute thing for that until just before the question came up. And then that's what definitely, yeah, sealed it as
Humans can't
Yaka.
protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high voltage shocks.
Which does make you wonder, like, if the gas isn't instantly fatal, then what was the point of it? Like, you know, if they got this far and they had a way to get through, then of course, like, that's just a huge oversight.
One wrong move, and it was instant death. But thanks to that sheltered escape, we got all the continues we could want. So we managed a perfect clear. The critical lab was finally breached.
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing. Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Yeah.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. They knocked the robot over on the way out.
See, yeah.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent
Yeah.
to wait for you and the others to go by.
Yeah.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities.
Yeah.
They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
Guess we'll never know, right?
I can't
Just
say
like-
for certain.
Just like with the second
Was it
chapter.
his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska and even included his own death in the plot.
Yako Furio! It was you!
I'm glad we didn't have to. I mean, I guess we kind of did. We fought Yomi as the giant sort of mystery fandom fighting back, but not in the traditional sense.
I will expose the truth.
Oh boy.
But why?
Come on, we gotta get the why from this. I mean, the girls from Etheria Academy told us why. And then friggin' Icardi, was that his friggin' name? Yeah, told us why.
Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Oh, so we're not even gonna get a why? Like...
Surging bloodlust.
I don't know, that's a cop-out.
Overflowing despair.
At least in the other cases, they told us why.
The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth.
I kind of hoped that this death ending might have been a little bit different. Like, she might have just...
Rainbow glorious stellar spiral.
Yeah, she might have done it with a little bit less, like, flair, just a quiet death. Huh? Oh, he died. Aww. Ask and you shall receive. Ah, that's nice.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet.
Oh,
Do you really think we're done here?
Wait, what? There's more?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so, we could just leave, right?
Oh no, is it because he wants to know the why? No, some mysteries remain.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet.
Oh my god.
No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I read the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yako's sake.
Oh wait, is this about Yomi Hellsmile's involvement? Because we never looked at the missing case files. And also what Dr. Wesker did, and it was also the there was also the email correspondence. We haven't talked about that yet either.
Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
Oh man, yeah, and I guess this is how maybe we're going to be able to save the other detectives from Yomi. We're going to expose Yomi's freaking misgivings in all of this. Oh wow. Alright.
Puzzle it out!
The remaining mystery is Dr. Wesker's...
You can do it, Master!
Is it Dr. Wesker's death? Dr. Wesker's...
You can do it, Master!
I don't know.
That's not it!
It's not...
You're wrong!
Or is it Dr. Wesker's alibi?
Twirling, twirling, twirling. Step! Go, go, go!
E?
Made it in the nick of time!
Oh, God, I don't know.
That's wrong!
God.
Tick tock, that's right!
Dr. Wesker's email. Sorry. Oh, God, this has been a long one. Yeah, I'm dead. Restart from the last checkpoint. Maybe that crap. Oh, God, when was the last checkpoint? Better be here. Oh, God's sake.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me.
All right, you know what? I think this might be a good spot to end the chapter, guys, because, we can get back to that next time, because I don't know how much longer this is going to be. I feel like it's going to be another chapter's worth of content. So, all right, looks like this isn't over yet. So when we come back, I guess we'll figure out, what's the deal with the emails, and hopefully that'll connect it back to Yomi with any luck. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and when we come back, hopefully we'll wrap this mystery labyrinth up finally. So I'll catch you then, guys. Bye.